What's going on, you guys? How you guys doing? This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Make sure you click the like button. Share the video. Woo! Man, I had to take me a shower. I had to cut my hair. I had to freshen up. So, hey, anyway, you guys, make sure you click that like button. Share the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, man. Oh man, I got people that came up in the chat. What's going on, D man? What's going on, man? How you doing today, man? Good to see you are in the chat. You are a early bird. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyways, thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys joining. Okay. Anyway, you guys see the topic. You guys seen the thumbnail. Okay. All right. So I want to talk about today the pros and cons of working as a W2 employee, a self-employed 1099 person, and being an investor. Why is that important? Okay. I want to talk about that because, you know, some of the young folks and then even the older folks, they don't know the difference between all three of the motherfuckers, right? You know, you got some people that think if they're saving a whole bunch of money, that means they're investing. And no, that's not the fucking goddamn truth. Okay. You got some people that believe that if they are a 1099 person, right, that means they're working for a company, not necessarily. No. And then you got the person who is a W2 fucking employee, you know, a person who works for the government, works for a job, work for, I don't know, an insurance company. And, you know, they got usually the W2 employee, they got the 401k, they got the benefits, they got the this, they got that, you know, they also got the severance package or whatever. No, that's W2, you know, or whatever, right? The 1099 person, right? 1099 typically is a freelancer, a person that works gigs, a person that works under a contract, right? Or a person that works for themselves, or usually like a work at home opportunity. Okay. The 1099 person, that's what they are. They work literally for themselves. Okay. They don't report to nobody. There's no management. There's no supervisor. They don't clock in. They don't clock out. None of that bullshit. Okay. None of that bullshit. That's a 1099 person, right? You know, a freelancer is a 1099 person. They are responsible for their own taxes. They're responsible for their own benefits. They're also too responsible though, right, for any type of lunches, breaks, or what have you, you know, and there's some pros and cons to that shit too, you know. All right. And then being an investor, man, it's just self-explanatory. This particular investor, my definition of an investor is this: a person who basically takes money from one establishment, from what they work for, either in a job 1099 or has it inherited, and put that money into an investment vehicle, okay, that's going to get them a percentage on the return over a period of time, no matter if it's a month, no matter if it's once a year, every 2 weeks, every 10 years, whatever. The investor is looking to put money inside of a machine, okay, to spit out a return on their investment. Okay, let's look at this. I'm going to give you a really weird example. Okay. The investor. So let's say there's a machine in the backyard, right? Okay. It's a $20 fucking machine. Okay. The investor is looking to put the $20 in that machine, right? And inside it, on the other side of that machine, right? Every time he put the $20 in the machine, it spits out $25 on the other side. You understand? So you got to look at it from his side. How many times he's going to keep putting that $20 inside of that machine so it could spit out 25 on the inside? He's going to do that shit as many times because he's getting what? His money back plus a return on the investment, you know, which is that $5. You see where I'm at? I mean, he just keeps putting it in, you know, the machine. He's still spitting out or whatever. You know, he's getting that return on that investment, you see, right? So that's pretty much in a nutshell an investor. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break it down in literal terms. I might go ahead. I'm going to share a few videos. I don't know if I'm going to do that shit or not or whatever, you know. So, anyways, can I blow the screen up? Yeah, I can blow the screen up. Hell yeah. Cool. Make sure you guys engage, click that like button, share the video. And the way you share the video is, I would say, go on Facebook, go on Twitter, right? And on Facebook, you can join hella groups. Just join any groups that you are personally interested in pertaining to either men, MGTOW, red pill, travel, or whatever, business, finances, or whatever, right? And then take the link of this video and my other videos and then share it in there. Make somebody's day, okay? Now, of course, you know some of the shit that I say in there is raw, uncut, and the God honest truth. And you might get blocked or they might delete it. So fucking what? There's still going to be a percentage of those guys in there whose day you going to motherfucking make, okay? So anyway, okay, so let's go into the pros and cons of the W-2. Okay, so the W-2, right? Now, remember, I worked all three, okay? I was a W-2 employee. I was a 1099 guy. I still am a 1099. Matter of fact, out of the three, I'm still pro 1099, okay? We're going to go into detail about that. And then also the investing side, too. I've done all three, okay? Done all three. Okay, cool. So the W-2 worker, okay? I'm going to talk about some pros to it, and I'm going to talk about the cons of that shit, okay? So with the W-2 worker, right, he or she, right, it's the same typical shit. They go ahead, they apply online. If you old school, you know what I'm talking about. You go to the job and fill out an application for that job, whatever. From Wendy's, Jack in the Box, working at a gas station, working for the city, working at the airport, whatever the fuck, being a civil engineer, whatever it is, okay? In person or online. That's the way that you apply for these jobs, okay? All right. In person means you fill out a piece of paper, though, with a pen or whatever, right? Online means online or whatever. They got a fucking drawn out process, you know, online, you know, where you got to type in and fill out a series of applications, submit your resume, submit your cover letter, all this shit, right? All right. It's dry. It can drag your ass out, but yeah. All right. So the W-2 person, they fill out that application, get the interview, and in 50-50 chance they get the job or not. Okay. That's it. Okay. Back in my day, you know, it wasn't necessarily based on, you know, if you met the criteria or not, because I'm going to tell you like this. And it's hell, some cases in today, if you got a degree, a shitload of certifications and went to school or whatever, right? And you wanted that dream job or that dream position, guess what? You had to fucking know somebody, man. Yeah, you did. Man, tell me about it. Shit. Man, I was in a position where I applied for hella jobs. This is back in the Bush times, okay? Bush times, 9/11, all that shit, right? And I was on the bus. Yeah, I was on the bus. I was taking that shit. I'm in Kansas City, y'all. So I'm taking that shit from the Missouri side to the Kansas side. And I didn't know no better. I'm wearing a clean ass suit to the job. I go there and they're like, "You're nice." I'm like, "You're looking great." I'm like, "Thanks." I go through this bullshit interview, right? Applying for a maintenance job, applying for an HVAC, heating and AC job, just for them to tell me, right, I'm clean as fuck. We'll give you a call. And here I go. I got my certifications. I got all my shit. And so, of course, you know, the rat race, right, which I started calling W-2 the rat race. Rat race people are going to tell you, you got to follow up. You should send a friendly letter of thank you and all this shit. So I do all this shit, if not all of it, part of it. And they never call me back. They ghost me or they say, "I'm sorry, we found somebody else." Because in the Bush era, we couldn't find jobs for shit. Motherfuckers was out here broke. You could not find a job for shit. And of course, you got the baby boomers who've been on their job for 20, 30 years. You're not applying yourself enough. Fuck you. Okay, we applying ourselves, goddammit. Anytime you applying for like 30, 40, 50 jobs, right, and a motherfucker, a W-2 employee jobs, and this motherfucker who been on the job for 30 years saying you're not applying yourself right, that person is a sack full of shit. They don't know what the fuck they talk about. They never been in a privileged position where they lost their job, okay? Or they never been in a position where they got laid off, they got fired, the company had to downsize, the company went into bankruptcy or what have you, you know, or it went into one of those fucking goddamn Enron crisis. You know what Enron, go look up what happened to Enron and Bitcoin. Look at those crises. They've never been in that particular situation. They just so happen to be privileged where, well, my brother, sister's grandma's auntie's friend worked there. So that's how I got home. Okay. Talk about the politics and the bureaucracy, man. It's called bureaucratic bullshit. Yeah. And they would come, since they got that job because they knew somebody and they were making that money and they're making them benefits, right, on that rat waste, they would come down on the person, okay, who didn't have a job, and they would say, you're not applying yourself, or you're a loser, or nothing, something's wrong with you, whatever, man. Fuck them, okay? Fuck them, okay? I'm going to get to my generation, the millennial generation. We're going to talk about the millennial generation, okay? Because we ended up putting a stop to that shit, okay? We did, okay? Not a permanent stop, but a big-ass stop where we scared the fuck out of the motherfucking baby boomers, okay? We did. I'm going to tell you about that shit. It's coming soon, okay? So after I applied for so many of those damn jobs, man, I said, this is crazy. So then later on, something told me, okay, go to college. So I went to college, got my heating and AC degree, got my certifications, all this shit. Now I can go get a job because all the jobs online, they were saying what? You need to have a degree. You need to have this. You need to have that. Okay, great, cool. So I go and apply, but this is the contradictory thing that they had, you guys. They would say that you need a degree, but you needed anywhere from 2 to 5 years experience, right? But where the fuck you gonna get the experience yet if the job's not gonna hire you without a goddamn degree? You see where I'm at? And then if the job actually could not hire you with a degree, you know, whatever, right? You still needed experience. So it's like a back and forth shit, right? You understand? And some agencies, they deal with that shit nowadays. I blame the human resources department and these companies that need to update their fucking standards. You understand? Now, today's technology, I think, you know, they've actually, a lot of companies start paying a little bit more closer to what the fuck's going on here, you know, because they started losing a lot of people and a lot of people are not applying or whatever, right? But again, it really depends on what type of career field, you know, if you're in the blue collar field, white collar field, whatever the fuck, okay? So, you know, at that point, you know, I said, fuck it, you know, and then luckily, boom, a job hired me out of the blue. They hired me. I stayed on that job. Average job I stayed on was like 1.5 years, 2 years, whatever. And either I followed the categories. I got fired, laid off. The job would close down. They'll lay me off. The job went into bankruptcy. All that shit, man. All that shit, whatever. And I said, this must be a sign. This must be a sign of some shit. So one day there was a partner of mine. We were at work, man. Remember, I was an engineer for a time, right? This was before one of the jobs let me go. And he told me, man, I said, man, damn, I'm tired of this job. Man, they fucking with me. Because at the time I was dealing with racism and discrimination, you guys. Yeah, I remember here in Missouri, racism and discrimination, that shit's big, okay? All right. So what ended up happening was this, though, right? As I was dealing with the racism, as I was dealing with the discrimination and all that shit, I was venting to my partner, right? We both engineers, right? Working on chillers, boilers, furnaces, heating and AC, you know, appliances, all this shit. He told me some golden words. I'll never forget this, man. I was in my early 20s. This was before my daughter was born. And he said this is what he said. Whatever the fuck you do, you keep multiple side hustles. You got to always, even though you got this particular job you never lean on that job as a permanent motherfucking opportunity or your only resort of income. You never do that. And I said, damn, man, how come I don't, man? I always thought I did. He said, because I'm going to tell you, homie, one day they're going to fire you, they're going to fire me, or we can get hurt, or, man, we can get laid off, or this motherfucker can go bankrupt. When he told me that shit, man, right, and he was like, at the time, he was a rapper. He was writing all this shit on pen, you know, and on a napkin and shit. He was just called it the shit or whatever. And I said, damn, this motherfucker's like real, right? You know, so I said, okay, I'm going to take it and run with it, right? I got some people responding to this chat. Let me see. My boy D-Man, he said, I think they posted those minimum qualifications so they can pick and choose who they want. Of course the fuck they did. Of course. Of course. To me, it was like it was being very, very selective. You know, like I said, the politics and the bureaucracy. If you didn't know somebody or related to somebody, man, if you're a millennial, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. God damn it. You couldn't get on. You could not fucking get on. Okay. If you're a baby boomer, you know what the fuck I'm talking about or whatever. But if you wasn't related to somebody or knew somebody, even though you had degrees, qualifications and shit, you know, you're not getting on. This is how it is. And then if you black, yeah, you got to go through hella shit. Black or Hispanic, man, or Asian, Those top three, you got to go through hella shit, like hella bullshit, man, or whatever, even though you meet the minimum qualifications. You know I ain't bullshitting. So, but anyway, thank you, D-Man. I really appreciate it. Shout out to you, D-Man. Shout out to Edward Shaw H. Edward Shaw H. Thank you. He said, that's fire. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. This is true, man. I'm just venting this shit from experience, man. Okay. I'm 40 years old. So those other motherfuckers may say, you ain't had no damn time on this planet. Shit. When you dated over 25 years, okay, worked off and on over 25 years, God damn it. Went through some bullshit in the matrix for 25. That's some experience. Experience is experience. No matter how many years you've been through it, God damn it. Fuck that, okay? He said, they asked your race and demographic too. I check white all the time. No, the fuck you don't. Are you for real? You do that shit? Hey, Edward, check this out. There was a guy, I think it was my brother and somebody else. They told me this is what you do, right? I don't know if you do this shit to this day. I don't know if you're still working out, because we're going to go on to 1099. 1099 is your breadwinner, trust me, okay? But somebody told me on the application, put in mixed race. Yeah, put in either mixed race, right? Don't put in, y'all silly as hell in that damn chat. Put in, click on it, right? Either click on it, put a check mark, or X, mixed race. I'm telling you, right? And more than most likely, you'll get the interview. Okay. Now, whether they go ahead and actually hire your ass or not, I don't know. So anyway, shout out to you, Edward. I don't know what your race is or whatever, but yeah, shout out to you, man. But I'm for real about that shit. For real. He's not lying. Okay. So what I'm saying, you guys, is that, after he told me that information, keeps many side hustles, man. I did my first, actually, no, I was doing 1099s when I was young, but didn't know it, right? We call it making money under the table when someone gives you physical cash, right? Nowadays, it's still the same thing. Someone gives you physical cash or whatever, right? And or receipt, or if somebody shoots you a PayPal, someone shoots you a Cash App, someone shoots you a Venmo, that is still money under the table. You understand? It still is. You understand, right? The receipt is basically when you get in your email and that motherfucking receipt says, hey, you have now transferred X amount of dollars to this person. Thank you for using PayPal. Thank you for using Cash App. Thank you for using Venmo, right? That's still technically money under the fucking table, because this is income that is optional to be reported. You understand? Okay. I guess like back in the day when I was like 13, 14 years old, we used to pump gas for a living. Okay. Believe it or not, we were young teenagers, right? Between the ages of 9 and 14. And we used to have these gas stations called BP, right? There was BP gas station. Well, actually, no, I go way back. This is way before BP started. Amoco. We had Amoco and we had Vickers, okay? And we had Total. I don't know how old you guys are, but if you're a millennial and you in Missouri or Kansas, goddammit, or in the Matrix somewhere, right? If you remember those gas stations, right? Amoco, Vickers, they sometimes call it V-Mart, Circle K, and Total, okay? We used to go to these gas stations, literally sit on the corner, right, and panhandle, man, or I don't know if they call it panhandling or whatever, right? Soliciting, whatever. And they said you could. It was at the time it was illegal, but we didn't give a fuck. We walk up to somebody, right? Because the gas station people, they understood what we're doing. We're young and trying to hustle. We walk up to like ballers. These guys, man, sold hella drugs and shit. Or some of the ladies that were doctors and nurses and shit. Hey, can I pump your gas? We'll get like $5, $10. The ballers would give us $50 or $100. $50 or $100 was a lot of fucking money back in like the 90s, like the early 90s, man. That shit was, man, $100 would help out a lot, go a long way. I'm telling you. If I had $100 at that time, that $100 would last me damn near at least a week, man. At least a fucking week. This is back when gas was like 69, 79 cents a gallon, okay? All right? I don't want y'all people who are California motherfuckers talking shit in the cat, but yes, back in the day, okay? Gas was cheap as fuck, okay? All right? 69, 79 cents a gallon, okay? You ain't gonna see that shit ever again. All right? So, but anyway, my point is, I guess that was my definition of working 1099. But as an employee, what I did, was I started side hustle. I said, damn, shit, I got this certification in heating and AC, right? And then I went to Job Corps. You know, I encourage anybody, go to Job Corps if you want to learn a job, learn a trade, or whatever. They got plenty of trades there, all paid for by the government, okay? All paid for. Do your 1 year to 2 years up there. Get your high school diploma. Get your degree. Get your GED. You can get your GED at Job Corps, yes, and they're going to give you a trade, right? And then also you can get your driver's license and get driver's ed. All that's for free. So any of you guys who are young on my channel between the ages of 16 to 24 and you haven't graduated or you considering it, please, I highly advise you, go to Job Corps. It's worth it. You're going to put over a lot of bullshit, right? Because there's different personalities, different people there, but just go there. Don't get terminated. Don't get kicked out. Just go there for what you're trying to do. And that is to accomplish your trade, get you a skill, and get the fuck out of there, okay? I'm going to give you the same advice I gave my daughter. Make sure you go into a trade or a particular skill set, right, that is in high demand, okay? High demand means if you get fired, you get laid off, right? You get let go, boom, you can go get you another quick hustle real quick in about 24 hours, man. That's what you need, or within that week, real quick. You understand? All right? Something that's always in high demand, always high demand, okay? Back to that gig. So when I was doing the engineer shit, man, I sat up here and I had an old lady. She was like, well, she's now my daughter's sitter. My daughter's 14, but at the time she was my daughter's sitter. And she said, do you know somebody that can do my plumbing or do my electrical? And I said, well, I went to school for it, ma'am, you know, and I actually do it at my job. She said, you do plumbing, you do electrical, and you fix all that stuff? I was like, yeah. I tell you what, I could pay you for it. I said, you could pay me? She was like, yeah. And I was sitting up here thinking, damn it, that damn Kyle, man. That's my partner's name is Kyle. Shout out to him if he watching. Kyle's up here. And I was like, damn, he told me about the side hustle shit. Man, this shit fucking is true, right? And so what the fuck you think I did? I did that shit. And so I fixed her plumbing like it was nothing. She had like a big ass leak inside of her crawl space. And then I did some electrical work, right? I replaced all her plugs in the house and put up like 2 big ass ceiling fans and cleaned out this area. And I got like a few $1,000s for that shit, man. And she was like, thank you, I appreciate it. And she, while doing it, she was offering me dinner, offering me fucking goddamn water, wanted me to meet her daughters, all types of shit. And I was like, what the fuck? There was that little ting that go in your mind. And I said to myself, what the fuck am I doing as a fucking engineer? I get treated like a god as working for myself. Shit. For real. When last time, let me tell y'all, so I was talking to somebody on the phone about this shit. All right. I think it was just, when was this? Yesterday or something. When's the last time you went on a job and the job while you was working your job and they said, baby, you want to take a break? You want some water, want some lemonade or whatever? And you're like, no, I just got to get this done. Baby, come on in here, have a seat. And you get in there and you have a seat. Not only is she giving you water, she said, you want to stay here for dinner? I said, ma'am, I want to be rude, but I have to get done with this job. Nonsense. You've been working your butt off. And you like only been there like an hour or two. And in their mind, they thinking that's a lot of work and they still ready to pay your ass. That's what made it gravy for me. So I got hooked to that 1099 life. I'm telling you, the only thing that slowed me down in that 1099 life to this day is making sure I got a consistent flow of leads and customers. That's a whole nother conversation, and I'll teach you guys about it and I'll show you about it. But the 1099 life is glory for me because of the simple fact I got control of my schedule. I can work the hours I want to. I don't have no supervisor. I don't have no manager. I don't have no team lead, no clock in, no clock out. They don't control my money. I control my money. Okay. The taxes, I can decide when to pay the taxes and when not to. I can actually defer the taxes or I can actually pay them. You understand? You also get withholds and also too, you get losses and profit and benefit statements, all types of shit. You know, if you guys got a certified tax professional, please hire that person. It'll be the best money you spent, right? I'm telling you, I got one I work with every year. He is a terrific guy, and he handles all of my taxes for me and my daughter and my business. So yeah. So, but that's what I want to tell you guys, so, but the W2 employee, man, they're always on that whip and chain. They got to sit up here. If you got to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning, you got to be there. And then if you're late, guess what happens? They got either you're getting written up, you get warnings, you get a point system. Some of the jobs got what they call a point system. Have you heard of a point system? Okay, check this out. So the point system worked like this, okay? For example, like I was working at Wonder Bread, right? It's an engineer, right? Wonder Bread, Hostess Brands, right? If you old schools remember, the Twinkies, the bread, all that shit's by Twinkies and Hostess or whatever, right? I was at the plant, all right, on the Kansas side, okay? As I was there, they had a point system. It was strict in the motherfucker. This is back in the day. I heard now since they went bankrupt and a new owner changed over, now it's a different ball game. But they had a point system to where, let's say if you 15 minutes late, that's a quarter. They have a 4-point system. That's a quarter of a point. If you are 30 minutes late, that's a half a point. If you're anything over 30 minutes, that's a full point. Okay. Yeah, it was strict. So if you kept being late or whatever and used up all 4 of your points, right? Guess what? You out of there. You gone. All right. That's just what it is. That's just what the fuck it is. It was strict as fuck. I'm telling you, they were strict. Okay. I had like 3, man. Have you heard of the term too many Chiefs, not enough Indians? Man, there was a lot of that shit. Okay. Too many motherfucking Chiefs, not enough Indians. A lot of it. So that's what the fuck I had to deal with up there, man. Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians. And when you got supervisors and managers over your fucking back and you trying to do your job, man, I don't know about you guys. That shit makes me feel uncomfortable, makes me feel nervous. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Man, can I do my No, I'm just making sure you're doing it correctly, man. And they all white, man, shit. That shit makes me feel uncomfortable. Even if I do work around blacks, man, or Hispanic, somebody who's always in the room over my back while I'm doing my job, right? Or they standing in the same room, that shit makes me feel uncomfortable. That does, man. I'm like nice to them. I'm polite because I'm trying to get their money. And I tell them, all right, listen, well, I'm going to go ahead and focus on this, though. If you can, please go in the other room so I can kind of focus on my job because I don't want to be distracted and I don't want to make myself feel uncomfortable. And a lot of them do it unconsciously, and they're usually majority of the time they'll say, oh, no problem. Okay, cool. And I'm in there, working on a dishwasher, some plumbing or whatever the fuck, you understand? And generally they don't have any problem. I haven't really met many assholes. It's like, well, I want to stay here because this is my house. Now, I have not met that yet. But are there some out there? Yeah, the fuck they are. There's plenty of them out there, so I'm telling you. So, but anyway, so the W2 employee also too, I remember I was at one job where they had a 401k plan matching dollar for dollar. So for every hour that you work, they put $1 inside of your 401k, right? But when I did the math on that shit, right? And I'm like, why the fuck, man, would you put $1 in for every hour when I work, right? When I can go get my own 401k and shit and put as much money inside that motherfucker as I want to, or mutual fund, or whatever the fuck, right? Or if you want to get a real estate REIT, you understand? For real. It just didn't make sense, you understand? For real. When you start working a 1099 job or working for yourself, man, and it's a side job from that other job, you get to start thinking, you start getting ideas like a motherfucker, man, for real. I advise people this, man. You don't work these goddamn W2 jobs or wherever the fuck, man. I would say take part, after you make sure your bills paid and all that shit, take part of your proceeds and invest part of that into your financial education, into another opportunity where you can work for your goddamn self, man, and not work for that person. So if in the event they fire your ass, lay you off, that company gets bankrupt, or that company ends up shutting down, you always got some big ass log inside of the fire that they don't know shit about. And you don't discuss your side hustle, man, of what you doing to these motherfuckers, okay? You don't do that shit, okay? A lot of people got in trouble with that shit, man. It's backfired, like, for example, okay, it's backfired on me, and it wasn't even a side hustle. Fuck no. I was going to school. And I was going to school, and I'm up here with these lead engineers. I'm an assistant engineer, right? These guys, listen, you guys, I'm going to let y'all know the politics of this shit, right? And the bureaucracy. Okay. They thought my little young ass, right? I swear to God, they thought since I was going to school to get my associate's degree, right, in heating and air conditioning and refrigeration technology, right, and I had another degree that went hand in hand with it called stationary engineering technology. They thought in their head since I was going to school, I was going to take that job. They assumed it. I'm going to take that job, and in their mind, man, I've been here 25 years. So, and I've been doing this for 25 years. So this young motherfucker who's black is not going to come here and take my job. Because what the fuck you think I was? Shit. I walked into a conversation while they were snickering and laughing behind my back, and I was listening to this shit. And guess what? Y'all ready? I was the only black dude there. Yeah, I was the only brother there. Yeah. So what the fuck you think they had to do? As fast as they got me in there, as the fast they had to get me up out of there. So they had to find shit. They want to put me on camera, scrutinize everything. When they start scrutinize you and nitpicking on you, man, it is time to get the fuck up out of there. It's time. Okay, you need to go. You need to get the fuck up out of there. When it's time, when they are sitting up here scrutinizing you, okay, right? When they are nitpicking at your ass, when you know for a fact you're doing your job, when you know for a fact you're taking your breaks when you want to, you know, when you're supposed to, you're arriving on time, and they are still nitpicking on your ass, god damn it, man. That is the time to find a side hustle, man, for real. I say find a side, listen, I'll go deeper down the rabbit hole. I say go find a side W2 99 gig at the very beginning of when you get your first 2 paychecks. Don't get too comfortable in that motherfucker. Fuck no. All right? Because the more nicer and more comfortable you get, the more they'll sit back and be plotting on trying to fuck you over. Think I'm lying? Shit. They will fuck you over every goddamn time and try to get you up out of there. All right? They don't care about your punky ass degrees. In their mind, they're thinking you trying to take their job. Did you know that shit? Yes. There are plenty of jobs that really think that. And the thing is, you ain't trying to take their damn job. The only thing you trying to do is what? Pay these goddamn bills in that motherfucker. That's it. Pay the damn bills. What's wrong with paying your damn bills? There's nothing wrong with paying your goddamn bills. Nothing wrong with that shit. So, but anyways, though, when it comes to 1099, I have to go straight deep into it. To me, it's a lot of advantages to it, but there's the disadvantages. So I'm gonna dive into 1099 because I talked a lot about the W2 employee because they under the whip and chain. That's the rat race and shit. They gotta work. They gotta stay on that clock. I'm telling you, and commit to those hours. And then they gotta work every week. They got to get paid every 2 weeks, every week, or whatever the fuck, once a month. Get that check, pay off all the bills, spend maybe 1 or 2 days off, and then get on back to work and do it all over again. It's the rat race. It is a rat race, I'm telling you. If you read these good books by Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, there's another good book by Mike Michalowicz, The Pumpkin Plan. He also got another one called Toilet Paper Entrepreneur, man. Go look at those books. I'm telling you, read that shit. Go get the audio. I got the audibles. Go there. Mike Michalowicz, The Pumpkin Plan, Toilet Paper Entrepreneur, and the last but not least, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. A lot of you guys probably already read these books. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, right? It's going to talk about some really, really, really badass motherfuckers in that book. Over 500 wealthy men, okay, who've learned these crafts, man, of how to get away from the rat race, man, and start working for yourself, you understand? Or start, revolutionizing society or whatever, right? You know, a lot of these guys in that book, they had to start off, man, from the clubs, from the gutter, working these jobs until they actually got their own success, and I want you guys to be in that same position, I think, but, it's crazy because my daughter, okay, I got another story. My daughter, Sitter, been on the job for 36 years to this damn day. I think 37 now. She will not leave that motherfucking job. Okay. Let me sip my coffee real quick. She will not leave that damn job. Fuck no. She won't. I asked her, I said, damn, you've been there so long. I bet you got a big ass retirement 401k. She looked me in the eye and told me, nah, fuck no. I said, what the fuck are you doing there so long? Because I just wanted a paycheck. I'm like, wow. And she's having to call for rides every day. And for some reason, when she called for rides, because she got a big ass family, they'll help her ass. She seems to get to that motherfucker, man. But there's no 401k, there's no benefits, there's nothing, man. just to get a check. And the check, I think, is like, man, she works and make like anywhere between like, I think it's like 12 to 15 bucks an hour. I'm like, that's a long time to work that. And she tells me every time, I don't make that much money, but I just do it because I'm comfortable with it. And she's scared to actually leave that job. Listen, you guys, I'm telling you, take a leap of faith. Don't sit up here, me in your fucking 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s working at these goddamn jobs, knowing damn well you're getting paid lower than the amount that you are worth, and just stuck at that motherfucker, okay? Because at the end of the day, guess who's getting rich? They are. And they're giving you the goddamn crumbs. Yes, I fucking said it. You getting crumbs, okay? You getting $17, $18 an hour, $25 an hour, $32 an hour, goddamn it. Why they getting their billions, right? You got the check, and that's cool, whatever, right? But they still getting that big ass motherfucker. You understand? That's why I always say, make sure that the job, the W-2 job, is not your final destination, man. All right? It's just a temporary solution to take you to the next final destination. You understand? Temporary solution, okay? I don't care if you've been there 10 years. Think at any time these motherfuckers can let me go, okay? I'm telling you this shit. They will. I met too many people, man. I'm telling you, man. They've been on the job for double-digit years and shit. They got fired. Let go. I've seen it, for real. And I gave them advice about investing, right? The investing, I'm going to talk about that shortly, too. And they refused to invest. They wanted to get their money, keep paying bills, save, and take their few days off and then go back to the work, get back on the rat race until one day they get let go. One day they didn't invest and everything, and now they're having to work and not have much to show for it, but just all the time they've been there. Like, it's crazy, you know? So, but the 1099 guy, oh yeah, this was my favorite one, okay? I like 1099 work. I do. I get to work my own schedule. I get to clock in and clock out when I want to. I can take 20 breaks if I want to. I can ride to work late. Shit, for real. I can do that shit. Because I control my customers and I control my time, control my destiny, I control the money. See where I'm at? All right. A lot of people at the W2, they don't have that opportunity. Either they got to come there 8 to 5 or that's it. Okay. Most 1099 guys, we get paid by the job, by the amount of work that we do. Okay. And based on a service. You understand? All right. If I do a plumbing job right now, and if I was W2, the average W2 job, right, for just an average basic plumber in Missouri would pay me anywhere between 17 to like 24 bucks an hour, right? Average, right? Okay. And I'm doing 8 to 10 hours a day, maybe 12 hours a day, fixing sinks, putting in new faucets, fixing pipes, right? Roughing in new plumbing, all this other shit, right? Okay. 8 hours of that shit. They got their bread out of me, right? Okay. So you take that, I don't know, let's use a conservative number. Let's say $20 an hour. Okay. $20 an hour. And I'm working an 8 hour day. Okay. All right. I'm just using my calculator on my phone. Okay. I got $20 an hour times what? I said 8 hours, right? That's $160 a day. $160 a whole day. I did like 4 or 5 different tasks, right? As a plumber, right? Okay. I go to Miss Margaret's house. It's a 1099. Now, remember, the first example I was giving was a W2 employee plumber. If I was a 1099 plumber, I go to Miss Margaret's house, right? And she says, well, hey, I got a faucet that needs to be fixed. It's leaking. How much you going to charge me? If I charge her $250, for example, to fix that faucet, and she say yes, or if I charge a diagnosis fee, let's say, I don't know, I'll charge you $150 to diagnose it. If you decide to go ahead and not go with, if you decide to go with the work, I'll waive the diagnosis fee and you'll pay for the labor. The labor is $250. Okay. I go there for $250, man. She said, yeah, go ahead. I like it. Knock that job out. That job takes me maybe only 30 minutes and shit. Hell, let's say an hour. Boom, man. I just made $250 an hour. Let me tell you something. If I made $250 a motherfucking hour, right? Versus working $20 an hour, right? Times 8, which is $160. Wouldn't that make your motherfucking ass question though? Questions, why the fuck should you be working 9 to 5 job? That would have a lot of people questioning. I know it could have me questioning. Sure did. I did a $250 job in an hour versus working for like $20 an hour as a W2 employee. That's a luxury. That's a luxury of 1099. What if I did on a low just 5 of those? Okay, 5 of those $250 jobs, right? Right. We also call them in our fields, we call them gigs, right? $250, right? Of those, right? Times 5, I did 5 of those, right? Okay. And each of these lasted me an hour, right? We're going to say 5 hours. Yeah, let's be conservative, 6, right? In one day's time, I made $1,250. Are you fucking kidding me? Shit, right? All right. That's 5 hours as opposed to working an 8-hour shift for $20 an hour. Nigga, shit, you got me fucked up. Okay. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, okay, that the 1099 life, man, has its perks. Okay. It does has its perks, right? Because that's all cash. They paying me directly through PayPal, directly physical cash, right? I can write them out a physical receipt. I can PayPal invoice them a receipt. I can Cash App them, whatever the fuck, Venmo, Zelle, a lot of people like Zelle, whatever it takes or whatever, and the job is done. And I get my money when? In seconds, okay? In seconds when the job is done, or if I diagnose it or whatever, I get paid right then and there, You understand? I don't start the job until we actually come to an agreement. Most jobs, I actually require my payment up front because motherfuckers will fuck you over. Or, if you actually have a really, really good relationship with this person, hey, just do the job and they pay you when the job is done. It depends on how you structure your business or whatever. Some people impose contracts, had a person sign a contract or disclosure or whatever, man. They can do that too. Whatever it takes to protect yourself legally and however you structure your business, okay? I'm not an attorney. Don't play one on TV. So however the way you want to structure your business, you can structure it however the way you want to. But I'm just giving an example if you was like a plumber, HVAC guy or what have you, Also, too, with 1099, another advantage that you have also, too, is time frames. I don't never tell a customer that I'm going to be there at 10. Fuck no. Hell no. I'll give them a time window. Shit. For real. I could be in the middle of anything in traffic or whatever. Between 9 a.m. and 12, I'll be there. Oh, okay. Just make sure someone's there. Is there any special instructions I need to get to the house? Oh, okay. If you got any pets, please make sure the pet's on the leash, or locked up or something. Do I need to ring the doorbell? Always ask these things. That's the 1099 life. And I go there, do my thing, carry my tools. That's it. That's it. I'm telling you. So, same thing with 1099 employees, like on Fiverr. There's a site called Fiverr, Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com. There's Upwork, UPWORK.com. And then there's also Guru, GURU.com. And there's other freelance sites, but everybody on there, especially if you're in the United States, all of them are all 1099. Every single one of those people are all 1099. You understand? There's another app called, I think, Find Gigs or something like that. It's a new app. Those individuals are 1099. So majority of these opportunities that doesn't require you to sign and fill out a W2 application, whatever, and get paid on the table. Those are technically side gigs and 1099 jobs, and they got that luxury. Shit, they can pay the taxes. They can say fuck them taxes. They can defer them, whatever they want to do. Okay, all right. If you decide to pay me $45 to cut your grass in the front yard, and it takes me 30 minutes, that's $45 I got in my pocket. Okay. It's up to me what I want to do when I actually get the 45 and if I want to report it or defer it as tax. It's up to me. I can do whatever the fuck I want. You understand? Okay. But the 1099 person, it's a different ball game. Even when you on Fiverr, like I hire, I also do things in real estate, by the way. Okay. I hire people off Fiverr. And when I hire them on Fiverr, a lot of these people on there are 1099. They work for themselves, right? And I hire them for a fee on Fiverr.com, Guru, whatever, for whatever tasks I need to get done. The advantage is that they negotiate the time with me. We negotiate the pay. We discuss the terms of the job or the gig. I either say yay or nay, and that's it. I actually to vet them. I have to vet them and make sure these particular individuals are able to perform the job or the task that I need done. If they can't perform the job or the task that I need done, I just go on to the next person. It's just that fucking simple. You understand? I don't stay in one area and say to myself, okay, I'm just going to focus on this one person. You know, Fiverr got millions and millions of freelancers on it. That's a big ass site. Guru.com does too. But Upwork and Upwork.com is a very, very good one. That was like one of the first ones on there. I hire like a lot of my Filipino ladies on there because they speak really good English off Upwork.com and Fiverr. And sometimes my Jamaicans and everything, but with them, they're kind of funny because they always got power issues. I don't know why, man. You know, it's an upcoming country, so go figure, you know. So, you know, and, you know, you got to vet them just like you do anybody else, you know, because see, when you 1099, not only you work for yourself, but you can hire your own people. That's right. You can hire people for a particular task, right, that you don't feel like doing. You can subcontract these people. They can work as a substitution of your ass. You charge the other person one fee, right? Let's say it's, I don't know, $2,000, right? Charge them $2,000, right? And then you charge, and this other company, you ask them, hey, how much you going to charge me? And then if they say, well, we'll charge you $1,200, okay. Well, listen, I got a gig right now, man. I get you on the contract or whatever, right? I got this company that's going to pay us, right? And pay you $1,200, and I just need to get my fee. Boom, you get them under contract, right? Get that company on the contract, get the other company on the contract. Yep. Once they're done with the job, boom, the company invoice you, who you got the contract at, and then the other company, right, the client, they're going to send you that payment. Once they send you that payment, what the fuck you think you do? Shit, take the 2 G's and shit, pay them off. Pay them off. Get them their $1,200. You just made $800 from sitting on your ass not doing a goddamn thing. Okay? Knowledge. I'm just saying, man. So this is the world of 1099, man, for real. 1099, working from home, being a freelancer. The world is yours, okay? Now, these are the benefits. Let's talk about the cons. The cons is this. All right, when it comes to customers, you got to come up with your own customers, man. You got to come up with your own leads, man. That's one of the biggest downfalls I had suffered from was coming up with leads, coming up with customers, coming up with eyeballs who are interested in your business, okay? If you can't get people who are really interested in your business, there's no, you're going to really, really struggle. You're going to really struggle, man. I'm telling you. So in order for you to get people interested in your business, you got to advertise and you got to market your ass off, right? The old school tactics of newspapers, right? You know, direct mail, business cards. Yeah, they kind of work, but a lot of the places are actually going towards online. You understand? You know, so while they're going towards online or what have you, man, you're going to go ahead and have to adjust. Hell, when Walmart seen Amazon fucking goddamn stepping it up, they had to fucking adjust. You understand? All right. You see, when Apple started seeing that Microsoft was about to go ahead and invest a lot of money in AI, Apple said they're going to do the same thing. God damn it. Walmart going to do the same thing. You know, Amazon, they got to adjust. You understand? Target, they got to adjust, right? For real. They got to keep up with this competition or whatever, right? To keep the lights on, keep the money coming in. Otherwise, they're going to piss off a lot of their investors and a lot of their customers. You have to keep up. Okay. So with that being said, you know, when you advertise, right, there's a lot of advertising methods, even online. Of course, there's Facebook. Facebook is one of the biggest Goliaths next to Google. There's Google ads. A lot of people on YouTube was cracking on Google ads, so they said that shit's dying a slow death. If you are a contractor, if you're a handyman and a maintenance guy, right, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, got you. Cool. I have a Facebook page called Mr. Gigi's Maintenance and Handyman Repair Services. If you guys like to go check out my Facebook, go ahead. You know, actually service the Kansas City area for plumbing, electrical, heating and AC, you know, go there. But anyway, so Google ads is dying a slow death. There's also Twitter advertisement. Of course, the new kid on the block is TikTok. You got also what else? Snapchat, there's all types of advertising methods, IG or whatever, but you just got to consistently do it yourself, man. If you don't have the money, I would not advise going to a lot of fucking marketers, because a lot of these goddamn marketers, right, and advertisers who's going to say, they're going to market to you. I swear to God, they're going to market hard, and they're going to say, oh my God, I can build you a website, and also you can spend thousands of dollars in me and I'll get you all the leads. But guess what's going to happen? You want to know what's going to happen, y'all? You'll end up spending all this goddamn money, and what the fuck thinks is going to happen? There's a 50-50 chance you may get the results that you want, man. There is. You understand? I've seen them, man. They call my phone all the time or whatever, right? I also use another service called Yelp, Y-E-L-P. Yelp is a good one. Well, okay one or whatever, man. I've just experimented with them, so I'm just trying with them. But you got to do what you can to get your eyeballs out there, what have you, But make sure, in my opinion, you guys, don't go out here spending money on these motherfucking sites or whatever, man. What you do is buy a fucking course, man, on learning how to do Facebook ads, learning how to do Instagram ads the correct way, particularly in the field you in. If you in IT, learn how to, put your ads out there the correct way. You got to hire a mentor, make sure you hire a mentor or whatever, right? But there's courses out here. I use this site called Udemy, UDEMY.com. Go to udemy.com. Of course, we got YouTube University, whatever, and look on some videos on how to learn how to properly put Facebook ads, Instagram ads, even YouTube ads, or what have you, and then if, Facebook is not for you or whatever, there's alternatives. Like I learned about this other one called Ad Critter. That shit's funny. Go look it up on YouTube. Ad Critter is a good alternative. And also Taboola ads, and Outbrain. So these are the ads that you can use as a 1099 person to put your advertisements out there, because you got to do more work than the W2 employee. See, the W2 employee, they got a stable check coming in, but they got to stick to their goddamn schedule and stick to the whipping chain. And, get your ass to work. Oh, you late? Well, we about to wipe your ass up. Oh, what? You don't want to do what I want? What? Okay, I'm going to fire your ass. You see, they got to deal with that. 1099 person, we got to stick with this grind. We got to get it in. But if we know what we're doing, we get the right amount of customers calling us every day. God damn it. Calling either us every day, calling our virtual assistants every day, or whoever, man, our call center or voicemail every day. We can get a lot of leads coming in. And then after that, after we get a lot of leads coming in, then we can convert a lot of customers. And as we are converting these customers, then we can actually get a profitable income. You understand? So anyways, let's talk about the very last person on the list, which is being an investor. Okay. So we talked about the W2 employee. We talked about the 1099, right? Which I am a pro 1099 guy, and also the investor. Okay. All right. Pros and cons. Okay. So let's talk about the pros of the investor. Okay. And let's talk about the cons. Okay. All right. So the investor, right? He doesn't necessarily fit in the 1099 or W2 category, does he? Or she? Fuck no. Like I said before, they just take a percentage of their income, a majority of their income, they invest that shit into a vehicle, man. And once they invest that shit into a profitable vehicle, what the fuck you think they do? They sit on their ass and let that money fucking work for them. You gotta remember, they don't work for money. See, the 1099 guys, right? The W2 guys, right? We're working for the money, right? But the investor, he's not working for shit. He's already established the money. She's already established the money. They just take that money, put it inside of a machine, no matter if it's a mutual fund, real estate, whatever the fuck. And what do you think they do with that money? They allow that money to mature to get a return on their investment. Okay. There's different mutual funds like Charles B. Schwab. Charles B. Schwab is a big one. I think they just brought TD Ameritrade. I think so, so you guys might want to look into something like that or whatever. But I'm not a big mutual fund guy. I've always stirred guys, into getting into like real estates and REITs and things like that. But again, some things are for some people, some things are not. Everything is not for every motherfucker. Everything is not for everybody. Some things are for some people, some things are not. Okay. All right. But the investor, the con he has, right, is that after he put that money up or whatever, right, depending on what exit strategy you use, because remember, okay, as an investor, we use these terms called exit strategies or strategies of what we're going to do to get into the deal and get the fuck out of the deal, either slowly or fast. You understand? Okay, I'll tell you why. You see, if I were to go ahead and let's say I had let's say if I had 200 grand. If I were to go to Charles B. Schwab, or I wanted to invest into an oil company, and let's say they had a dividend, they're going to pay me out every single month of 1%. Okay. And I put that 200 grand inside that motherfucker, right? And I'm guaranteeing me a dividend or a yield at fucking a flat $2,000 a month. Well, that's my income, right? I got to wait 30 days every single month, right, to go get that $2,000. You see where I'm at? That's where the con is. Now, it can be a benefit if you look at it that way, because that is a residual and a passive income that's coming in every single month for a period of time. 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever the fuck. Let me check the chat. Somebody just came in. What's up, Miss Hooker? How you doing? I can't even pronounce your name. God damn it. Sound like Indian or something. But what's going on? I'm assuming you a girl, okay, or whoever. I don't know. There's a lot of guys on this channel. So anyway, but like I said though, man, when it all boils down to it though, and thank you for joining the chat. All right. The investor though, right, when they invest the money or whatever, it comes in over a period of time. You understand? Just a period of time. Okay. All right. Real estate. Let's talk about real estate being an investor side, because I do have a real estate background. Okay. In real estate, we have what we call exit strategies, a shitload of exit strategies. Okay. One thing I taught for a long time in real estate, which is called the 5-0 down structures. Okay. 5-0 down. Go on YouTube, look for a guy named Joe Crump, Joecrump. He has probably the best 5-0 down structure description I probably have ever seen. Very impressive. Okay. All right. The 5-0 down structure. These are 5 structures of how to buy these houses with no money out of pocket, no cash, no credit. It's like a hierarchy, right? It's a hierarchy. Okay. Of this hierarchy, right, we actually take control of these houses with zero money down, right? Where we find a highly motivated seller, and this particular seller is not asking for any money down. They're so motivated, they just want us to put the deal together and not actually invest any type of money in the deal. Nothing. I'll give you an example. Okay. One of the structures that we have is what we call wholesaling. Wholesaling is where we find a property at a deep discount. Let's say, and some of you guys listening in the chat probably know what the term wholesaling is. I may find a property deeply discounted with a highly motivated seller as an investor. Okay. And this is also technically 1099. Okay. All right. And I might go ahead and find a motivated seller, this raggedy piece of shit house that's in a nice neighborhood. I always tell people, look for houses in nice neighborhood that are raggedy pieces of shit and that are vacant. Okay. And this person may have a lot of equity. Let's say this house is worth $200,000. This person's motivated and they're tired of the repairs. And I get them under contract and they're like, hey, listen, I'll let it go for you 30 grand. I get under contract for 30 grand. Come on. I got a house under contract that's worth $200,000, man, for 30 grand. That is a super massive fucking deal. Okay. I don't care what anybody says. I get under contract and this thing only needs, let's say $40,000 in work, right? 40,000 worth of work. I get under contract for 30. And let's say I'm going to flip it to this other investor, right? This other investor for, let's say, 80 grand. Okay. 80 grand. Okay, cool. He talks me down. He said, no, I can't get it for you for 80. Right. I'll buy from you for 70. Boom. Okay, cool. He's going to take that check to this place called the title company or the closing attorney's office. Okay. Because this is what they do is they close their deals. Right. So I got contract A with the seller for, what did I say? 20 grand, 30 grand. I'm sorry. Contract A for 20 grand, 30 grand. Let's say 30 grand. Contract A for 30 grand, contract B with the cash buyer for 70 grand. There's a difference, there's a split. I'm going to bring both contracts to the title company or the closing attorney's office. They're going to go ahead and do a background check on these titles. They go back 40 years. So it takes about 4 to 7 days. They want to check for any liens, taxes, judgments, or whatever the fuck. Okay. Once it comes back clean, cash buyer brings that check for 70 grand. Boom. He gets the title to the title. He gets the name of the property. He's gone. Right. Okay. Because he's about to go ahead and he's about to flip this motherfucking house. He's about to put some money into it and flip it and put it right back on the market. Okay. The seller comes get that check that we agreed upon, that this cash buyer already funded, right? How much we agree upon? $30,000, right? He go ahead and go get that $30,000 check. Boom. He gives me a hug. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you getting rid of this piece of crap house, man. Thank you so much. He's gone. Boom, right? Because title company's job is to make sure both of them, right, stay separate. And also, too, both of them don't meet, talk, or whatever, right? This is just what they do. Or the closing attorney. The closing attorney does the same thing. And then what do you think I do? I go get this check of the difference between $70,000 and $30,000. What's $70,000 for $30,000? $40,000. That's called a $40,000 assignment fee. That I assigned that property for a fee. You know, so I got $40,000. No money out of pocket, no cash, no credit, no real estate license, no degree, none of that shit. I didn't work for no company, none of that shit. That's called wholesaling. So these are things that investors do, and then also 1099 do. Because see, the 1099, they don't work for anybody. The investors don't work for anybody, right? You kind of getting this shit here? Same old shit. It's the same shit, you know? All right. Wholesaling is really, really cool. I'm telling you, man. But if you got to get a lot of leads, it is very competitive. I swear to God, it is. It is very, very fucking competitive. Don't let anybody tell you that wholesaling is not competitive, right? Residential wholesaling real estate is very, very, very fucking competitive. And it's saturated. It's saturated the motherfucker, man. You find everybody and mama that's trying to do that shit, you know. So I advise people, if you're going to wholesale and flip houses, goddamn it, or just flip real estate, don't get into, start off in residential, do a few properties, whatever. But after that, get your ass into land, commercial, or mobile homes. I'm telling you, that's some advice today. This is free game. Get your ass into flipping land, commercial, big ass buildings, goddamn it, vacant land, and then also two mobile homes. I say those 3 additional niches in real estate because nobody's really teaching that shit, and nobody's actually out there really, really doing that shit. If I'm lying, how many times you walk past a big ass piece of land with hella traffic? I'm talking hella cars, zoom, 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 and seen this big ass piece of land just sitting there, and you say to yourself, damn, that could be a nice ass gas station, or that could be a shopping center right there. Fuck, that's an opportunity for you. When's the last time you seen this vacant building just sitting there? That motherfucker been sitting there for like 5 years, 10 years, just sitting vacant. Commercial building. Motherfucker used to be a Wendy's, Jack in the Box. It used to be Family Dollar, whatever, right? And you're like, damn, they can honestly turn that into something. That can be an opportunity for you. You see where I'm at? All right. So I would advise that if you get into any of these niches or whatever, especially in real estate, right? Because I'm not going to steer you in that Bitcoin shit. Fuck Bitcoin and that lithium and all that shit. Goddamn crypto. I'm not going to steer you in that shit, man. For real. To me, Bitcoin is too goddamn unstable for me. Goddamn it. There's nothing really backing that shit. It's not or whatever. Real estate has always stood the test of fucking time. Through struggling badass markets to good ass markets, it still stood the test of time. Okay. If you get into residential, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be very saturated and very competitive. But if you get into commercial, right? If you get into land, especially land, right? And mobile homes, that's where the big grown man pockets are fucking at. I am not lying. You want a quick 100 grand or 300 grand, get your ass in commercial. Okay. All right. That's where grown man is. Okay. Right. All it takes is one big ass deal and you're done. You understand? Now you guys probably wonder, damn, he doesn't make all these videos on YouTube anymore as much. How come? Because on YouTube, I'm always into my real estate community, man. These guys are ballers in that motherfucker, man. You got to remember, The MGTOW community, Red Pill community, the travel community, it's just a percentage of YouTube. YouTube is so goddamn big. I'm surprised YouTube hasn't got bigger than fucking Facebook, if not the same page. So the YouTube is huge, okay? It is fucking huge, okay? It is, okay? Rumble is getting out there, but YouTube's a big ass motherfucking platform. It's huge. It is, you know. But my real estate community, shit, they the truth, man. They are the fucking truth, you know. So I always advise people, if you want to become an investor, right, or whatever. And I was talking to a young lady the other day and my partner the other day too, man. Download meetup.com. Download the Meetup app, okay? Go to meetup.com. Download the app, okay? And you're going to type in real estate investing, real estate communities or whatever, right? In your own city, in your own state. And you want to attend those fucking events. I am telling you, attend those events. If you attend those goddamn events, you're going to walk in that motherfucker, right? And some of those people are going to change your life. I'd be surprised. Somebody going to change. Go in there with some business cards. If your name is Dwayne McKenzie, right? And you have a profession, go to vistaprint.com, type in Dwayne McKenzie and Associates and put your phone number on there and your email, and you go in that motherfucker dressed to the fucking nines. Hey, how you doing? And you just network. How you doing? They usually offer free beer, free drinks, free food in that motherfucker. And you just collaborate, shake hands, rub elbows. Somebody gonna change your life in that motherfucker. Because a lot of those people got bread in there. All right. You might run in there, you might run into the executive of fucking Sam's Club or the executive of fucking goddamn Target in that motherfucker. Okay. You'd be surprised. And they'll change your life. They will change your life. Investors, what we do as investors, right? And 1099 guys too. We go to networking events. We actually, in most cases, these people actually invite us. W2 employees, right? They got to go to their own employee event. You know, when Cheryl got a birthday, so let's go to Cheryl's birthday. We're going to bring her this big ass cupcake or whatever. And he's like, man, I don't even know who this bitch Cheryl is. She's in apartment D, section 9. I'm like, I ain't never been there. What the fuck? And then you're like, there's going to be free food and beer. I'll be there. And shit. All right. The 1099s or the investors, right? We either get invited there or we invite our goddamn selves there, man. This is how it is, though. But these events we go to, they big in a motherfucker. I'm for real. And I went to Hispanic ones. The Hispanic ones, oh, my God. I went to a Hispanic event, goddamn it. What's the name of that? There's a... Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is coming up. I had to look at my calendar. Cinco de Mayo is coming up. I went to one of those real estate events for Cinco de Mayo. That motherfucker wasn't one day. Don't let any Latino tell you, oh, we're just going to Cinco de Mayo. It's just one day. Don't believe that shit. That shit lasted like a week. Too much goddamn liquor, alcohol. Listen, my list went from, I had like 12 cash buyers. I walked out with like fucking 51 cash buyers on my list. Your list will grow. If you're trying to push a property, your list will grow. I'm telling you, the investing side is not the fact you're just making money. I ain't gonna lie, you're gonna have fun, man. You're gonna have a lot of fun, man. And then if you're looking to like date and have relationships, guess what? That's another bonus. You're not gonna be meeting losers in there. You're gonna be in there with people, man, who actually are really intelligent people. Don't get me wrong, they got their own versions of assholes in there. But at the same time, you're going to be in that motherfucker with people who are moving and shaking, man. I'm telling you, for real. I advise go to diverse groups, okay? Don't just go to like an all-black group, you know, full of investors, or all Hispanic group full of investors or whatever. The Hispanic groups of investors, they were the majority, but they kept it diverse, you know. I was in there with a couple Asian guys, a couple white guys, and it was cool, you know what I mean? But if you go into something that's just all white, or just all black, or just all Hispanic, man, and you're just the only one, to me, it'll seem a little uncomforting. So I always tell you guys, if you guys can't go to a diverse place, because you get it's like a cereal bowl. You got the feeling of all atmospheres, right? All colors, man, all genders, everybody just everywhere, man. You might run in that motherfucker to a gay, trans couple, whatever the fuck, man, and that motherfucker might be a millionaire. And he ready to buy your goddamn piece of land. Your piece of land is a piece of shit. He's seeing that shit like, shit, man, I could put 3 beauty shops on that motherfucker, and a gas station on the side of that shit, and a coffee bar over there. and you got it under contract for 200 grand and he's willing to buy for 700 grand, God damn it, right? You take it to the title company, you get 500 grand, God damn it. You sit up here, you go be on his YouTube channel. GG, you want bullshit, man. Listen, man, I'm telling y'all, man. I'm not bullshitting, man, for real. Go out there and network, man. Network with these people, man, okay? If you got the time, if you got the transportation, hell, if you even got the diligence, you go take your ass out there and network, okay? You'd be surprised. And then as a 1099, let's say if you're a contractor or a roofer and you're looking for leads, you know, or a plumber or electrical or an appliance guy, guess what? If you're looking for good quality leads and you go to these investor events, right? Real estate investing events, guess what? You're going to meet a whole bunch of investors and landlords there who's always going to need roofers. They're always going to need people to twist that wrench, man. Listen, I got 5 complexes and shit. I hired this shitload fucking handyman guy and he wouldn't even come, man. Well, man, I'm here right now, man. What you want to do? Oh my God, you really do? Yeah, I do this for a living and everything. God, listen, I try to look these guys up online, man. They're all on Google, but everybody's freaking busy. But if I got you right here, let's go to work. Are you able to meet me at my property at 123 Main Street tomorrow morning? I sure can. Great, thanks. Here's my business card. You guys trade business cards. Boom. You got you a lead. He might got 5 roofs for you to do. You're a landscaper? You need to go ahead and shovel some damn snow, right? He got 25 apartment complexes. Get that contract with his ass and it's over. It's a wrap. He gonna make sure the lights stay on or whatever, man. And then guess what? He's gonna pass your word to the other investors in there. Go to Mr. So-and-so. He's the top guy and everything. And then he's gonna talk about the other guys who didn't come. I tried to hire these other motherfuckers and these other son of a bitches. They would not come at all, you know, or they got drunk on the goddamn drunk. I'm telling you, networking is where you pay the goddamn bills. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised, man. I'm telling you, shit. For real. I had this house in Grandview, Missouri. I was trying my best to move that motherfucker, man. I had it under contract for like 19 grand, and I was trying to push it for 30 and make a quick 10, right? But I couldn't. Everybody kept coming to the house, tire kicking, and they wouldn't do it. I was wholesaling this thing. So I went to an event and I was dating this lady. She so happened to be a title closer. Go look up what a title company closer is and a title company searcher. Those are 2 different fields in the title company. So I was dating her, and she's from the Dominican Republic. And she said, well, she told me, she said she got the accent. She said, well, honey, Gigi, let's go to the event and maybe we can find somebody. And I said, you really think we're going to find somebody? Yeah, we're going to go to the event. We always go to the event all the time. And I said, man, but I don't know, man. You know, she said, honey, just go. So we go to the event, and I feel intimidated because I'm like, fuck, I don't know Spanish for shit. I don't know shit. This motherfucker. So I go in there, and she's interpreting for me, and she's actually, listen, I'm telling you, man, these are the networking events. She's showing, listen, I already got the property already uploaded on Facebook, and she's showing the property off on her iPhone to other people for me while I'm prospecting. So she's prospecting, I'm prospecting, and the prospecting is also doing the networking for us, right? We're going around to people, we're rubbing elbows, shaking hands, or whatever. Yeah, remember, these guys are ballers, okay? Balling out of fucking control, ballers, okay? Super ballers, okay? These motherfuckers own hella restaurants, man, for real, okay? Man, I'm broken them up. I'm regularly doing this motherfucker. So we go in there. And then we leave, and I said, man, I had a good time. But we didn't come out with any leads, whatever. But guess what happened? As we was going home, there was someone calling saying, hey, do you have house for sale? I said, yes. Well, my friend from networking event said you had house. I said, yeah, is in Grandview. You want it? I come take a look. If I come take a look, I come buy it. I'll buy now, no problem. I was like, okay. I said, well, you speak Espanol? Sí. I tried to talk to my woman at the time. And what the hell she did? She spoke to him and she said, I will gladly see. I said, what did he say? He said, he sounded very happy. We're going to go. Yeah, and so he called me up. I gave him the lockbox code. He went over to the spot. Man, that motherfucker went over to that spot. And he said, he wasn't in there, man. It was crazy, man. For real. Remember, I'm almost done with my date, okay, my closing date, because I put my deals up where I got to close this shit in like 60 days, right? So He called me up, man. Hey, I'm ready to buy right now. I was like, okay, make sure you got a money order, all right, or a cashier's check, man, because we got to go to the title company. Can you make sure that he's clear on that? She said, oh, sure, that's perfectly fine. So she's a closer, because what mobile closers do, they make your life easier. They go to the title company, they go to the lawyer's office for you, they do notary work, they go to the clients for you, right? Okay. This is the process of delegating. I'm fucking telling you this shit. This is all golden game. I hope you guys are writing this shit down, okay? She went over to that motherfucker's house. Mind y'all don't make a lick of Spanish. I'm sitting at the house chilling, right? I'm like, man, I hope this deal goes through. She comes back to the place and she said, honey, I'm home. I'm like, okay, cool. I said, is he under contract? She said, yes. Did he give you the money? Oh, yeah, he gave him the money. I said, great. Let's go deposit the check at the title company. No, it's not what you think. What the fuck you think she did? He agreed at $25,000. Mind you, I was trying to sell it for 30, so I can only get it for 25. Remember, I got it under contract for 19. She went in our room and at the time and took the $25,000 and spread all that shit at the table. I said, what in the fuck? She said, I'm sorry, but he did not trust banks. I said, what in the fuck? I ain't never had all that damn money just spread it to me all at once, just to come. There's 25,000. I said, damn, this shit can change my motherfucking life. If I was a bastard, I could take it and run. But no, I don't want the fucking federales, man, or the cartel to come get my ass. Fuck no. I mean, come on, I'm dealing with a Hispanic motherfucker, right? Shit, fuck no. They'll come after not only her, but come after me. So I did the right thing. I took every fucking money order and went to random price choppers, grocery stores, check cashing places. I had to get a whole bunch of money. Yeah, I remember the title companies and the closing attorneys, they don't take cash on spot. It has to be either electronic or it has to be in a money order or a cashier's check. No ifs, ands, buts about it, okay? So it took us 2 days. We got all the money orders, whatever. We had to pay the fees or what have you. Took that shit to the title company. We funded the deal, God damn it. They had him come up there, sign. After he signed and got the property or whatever, right? They had the seller come up there. She got her 19 grand and I picked up my check, right? Because the closing costs and all that was like $1,000. So I took home roughly like $5,000 and some goddamn change or whatever. The point is, I'm saying in that long drawn out story is this, right? Even though I had to go through some bullshit, that $5,000 I made on that quick lick or whatever, right? If I'd have been on a 9-to-5 job, right, I would have never had that type of money just come to me all at once within a 60-day time frame. Never come at once, right? I would have to work overtime, whatever, get 1,500 here, 3 grand there every 2 weeks, whatever. I didn't want to go through all that bullshit. But the moral of the story is this. The investors have, and I only told you one portion of it, right, in real estate. They have their advantages and disadvantages also too. But one thing I tell people about the real estate, the money comes slow, but it comes in big ass chunks, you know, just like flipping cars. People flip the cars. They go ahead, they buy the cars at an auction or buy somewhere at a discount. They put X amount of dollars on it. They put that motherfucker back out there, right? And if they price it according to the market, that motherfucker will sell, but that money comes fast. You understand? I was with a guy for a while. He flipped cars, I flipped houses, and yeah, that money did come fast, but he wasn't getting as much. He was getting 300 here, 800 here, or whatever, man, on top of his investment. Where wholesaling, right, you know, it's a different ball game. You understand? You putting no money out of your pocket, no cash, no credit. The only money that you putting in is on your advertisement and your efforts or spending fucking gas going to networking events. So, but anyways, you guys, you know, there's different types of investing strategies. I just named wholesaling as one. We also know about renting. We also know about commercial. You know, commercial real estate is a different ball game. Give you a sneak peek, real sneak peek. You get a property under contract, you get it on the phone, right? And you want to call these national tenants, okay? All right, national tenants. All right, this is a sneak peek in the commercial, okay? All right, I can't tell you about land yet, but I'm gonna give you a sneak peek in commercial, okay? You could have got this property under contract. Let's say it was an old ass Pizza Hut, old ass gas station. As it sits, right? There's nobody in it. It's a raggedy piece of shit. As it sits, it's worth, I don't know, 300 grand, right? And you find a motivated seller that's saying, hey, I'll go ahead and sell it to you right now for 200 grand. You say, no, it needs work. I buy it from you for 150. They say, cool. You bought it for 150. It's worth 3, right? As it sits, it's just worth 3, right? But what are you going to do with that particular property? Now, you're not going to market it exactly as you would with residential. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to get on the phone, either yourself or you're going to hire a VA. I hire virtual assistants and cold callers to this shit. And you're going to call up what we call nationwide tenants, right? There's over 4,000 of these motherfuckers all across the globe, right? But they're nationwide. They primarily base a lot of their business in the United States and Canada, right? Any of them. Subway, Dunkin' Donuts, Polo by Ralph Lauren, right? Harold Pinner, whatever the fuck, man. Okay, there's Sam's Club, Walmart, nationwide tenants, right? They're gonna see that property, right? Amoco, BP gas station, Quick Trip, whatever the fuck. Call. You gotta call a lot of these motherfuckers, right? You're gonna shoot them the pictures. You're gonna shoot them the description when they say that they're interested or whatever, right? This is after you get to the real estate department or whatever. Majority of them, let's say you call out of 4,000 each month, you call up 50. Out of 4,000 motherfuckers, how many people do you need? Just one. Just one. Okay, they go to that property and they say, hell yeah, we'll go ahead and lease it from you for 10 years back. Okay, cool. You check the comps in that area, you find out the average rent for that particular property is $8,000. They are willing to pay you $8,000 at 10 years and with a 3% increase every fucking year. That's a fucking crazy lick, okay? $8 grand, come on, get under contract. So now that property was worth, remember, that property was worth, right? That property was worth over fucking what? How much, you guys? 300 grand as it sits. You put a nationwide tenant in there. We're going to assume this nationwide tenant is on. Let's say O'Reilly Auto Parts, goddamn it. Okay, they're willing to pay you $8,000, right? Okay, you with me so far? $8,000. We're gonna take $8,000, right? That's times 12, right? Okay, that's $96,000, right? $96,000, right? With a cap rate, there's this thing called capitalization rate, right? I don't have time to go through it, but you have to know the cap rate of the area before you can do this deal. But we're going to assume, for shits and giggles, the cap rate is like 7%, all right? So we're going to go ahead and divide the cap rate, divided by 0.07, right? Now that property, as it sits, right, is now $1.3 million, okay? As it sits. So you go to a residential motherfucker, right? Residential. And you tell him, or you advertise him, hey, man, I got a property here located 123 Main Street, and you're going to get this thing called a LOI. It's called a letter of intent. This letter of intent is going to come from O'Reilly, whoever it is. I, O'Reilly, have a letter of intent to actually rent this property for 10 years, and they're going to do what we call triple net. They're going to triple nets. They're going to take care of all three of the ends. They're going to take care of the taxes. They're going to take care of the insurance. They're going to take care of the maintenance, the upkeep, and they're going to rehab this thing and bring it all the way back up. That's called mailbox money, sit on your butt money, okay? They're taking care of all that shit, right? The maintenance too, right? All right? Because, yeah, remember, those companies, they are not into selling real estate. No, they are into selling product. They make money off selling big-ass engines and transmissions and auto parts or whatever the fuck, right? You know, if it's a gas station, they in there to make gas, you know, make money off the gas and shit. If it's Polo Ralph Lauren, he's in it to sell his fucking clothes. Okay, that's it. You understand? So they get under the contract with United States is worth 1.3 million. You can go market this motherfucking commercial motherfucker to any investor that you want to, right? And it's attractive now. As it says, it was just worth 300 grand, just a piece of empty shit. But you got a motherfucker that's about to pay you $8,000 for 10 motherfucking. You fucking kidding me? Shit. Okay. At 3% increase every year. That means the property goes up in value every year. Every year. Okay. You find an investor who's in residential and he's been fucking repairing all these goddamn apartments, having to hire all these handyman, and he got somebody that's saying, hey, that's going to take care of all the maintenance, the plumbing. They're going to take care of all the insurance, all the taxes for you, whatever, and pay him $8,000, right? and you tell him, hey, listen, man, I got this property, man. I'll sell it to you right now if you want it for 8. And he's like, 8, and they're going to do all this? Yeah. Yeah, but it's just empty property. Show them that LOI, that letter of intent. That motherfucker's going to go. If that don't go, you go to the next investor. Go to the next cash buyer, because cash buyers come a dime a dozen. I'm telling you. This is all free knowledge. I'm getting cash buyers. They come a dime a dozen. Okay. I got a real estate channel. I talk about all this shit on my other real estate channel and also in my real estate community. But cash buyer, they come a dime a dozen. They do, man. I'm telling you. Okay. Or make it a no-brainer here. Sell that motherfucker to like 6. Shit. 6, 600 grand. Shit. 600 grand minus the amount that you agreed upon with the fucking seller. That's your fee, man. That's a quick flip. You see where I'm at? So, but what I'm saying, you guys, because I didn't mean to dive deep into real estate or whatever. You see, I got a little bit of a passion for it, but this is the deal. I just want to tell you guys. Okay. W2 employees, 1099 self-employed people and investors, right? Okay. All three of them, it's a totally different ball game. Okay. It's totally different ball game. So before I leave, I just need to let you guys know this shit. Okay. And I left the, I left the link up there, for men that wanted to join, but it's fine. It's cool. Right. But listen, okay. I want you guys to listen. If you're working those W-2 jobs, right? Okay. Make sure you understand that you need to plan if in the event they fire your ass, they lay you off, the company goes down, company goes in bankruptcy. It's crazy. Look at motherfucking Tucker Carlson ass. You understand? He didn't plan for that shit. No, he just thought he was going to be there for the rest of his goddamn life. Fuck no. All right? Only thing this stunt did, though, is made him even more popular, more famous. Is he a millionaire? Of course he is, right? Is he attractive to other people and other companies? Of course, right? Will he actually go to another company? He's in the ballpark right now. Other companies got to make offers to him. You understand? And he's in a position where he can go ahead and counter or not counter. You understand? All right. So I'm saying that you don't never want to put yourself in that fucking position where you're always working for these companies. Remember, they can fire you and let you go at any fucking time. Look at Amazon. All right. Amazon and Starbucks, man, they got to stand in front of Congress because a lot of these companies are starting to unionize, man. They starting to unionize like a motherfucker, right? And now they're actually having to suffer right now because of what? They can't offer these people what they want. So these people are willing to say, fuck this. If you don't want to offer us what we want, we're going to unionize and get what we want. Otherwise, man, you're going to have to deal with these fucking lawsuits. They don't want to go ahead and come up off that money, man. So they're going to have to cooperate. The point is that if I was a W-2 worker, that's the type of shit I would have to fight for. I don't want to fight for not a goddamn thing. I want to go to my customer, right? I want to do my work. I want to get my fair payment. And then I want repeat service or referral service, though, from that goddamn client. And I want to keep a good reputation. That's it. If I do a fucked up job, goddamn it, be honest with me so I can correct that goddamn job. That's all the fuck I want, goddamn it. I don't want to unionize or none of that shit because unions nowadays, they're a fucking joke. They are a joke. When the last time a union actually really stood up for your ass, especially if you black? I wait. Not a lot of them, okay? I've seen them. I've been in a couple unions, you understand? I used to work at Harley Davidson. I told you guys Wonder Bread. I've been in UMB Bank. Yeah, them unions did not stand up for my ass for shit, okay? They have what they call the good old boy system, It's not what you know, it's who you know, It's not about why are you up there, it's how long you've been up there. It's crazy, you know what I mean? It's not about how many degrees you got or whatever it may be. It's either you cool with the good old boys or you're not. It's just what it is, or whatever, And if you got the wrong color skin, that also factors in there too. It's real. It is fucking real, you guys, So it's a lot of that shit that goes on here in Missouri, We heard about the little boy that got shot, by that white man by just approaching that door. We heard about this shit. What the fuck you think happened? He got a delay to June. They end up overturning that shit, man, and saying you didn't do nothing wrong, man. They're gonna tear that whole county up, Clay County. They're gonna tear that motherfucker up. That shit's gonna look like that shit's gonna look like France, man. France is off the chain, man. They protesting like a motherfucker out there. So, but this is something for you guys to think about, you guys. You know, I don't want to get on a rant about racism or any shit like that, but I want to talk about this. I want you guys to understand that a W2 employee, a 1099 person, an investor, they're totally different. They walk different. They operate different. You understand? Don't go out here downing a 1099 person or a W2 employee because of their situation. What you should do is offer them solutions. You understand? Offer them options, you know, but make sure you encourage them, man. Don't let that be your final destination, man. That should always be a temporary situation for yourself. Okay? Always a temporary situation, but it's always a transition, you know. Just like I talk about it, travel. I talk about travel from time to time, and I say this. I have a goal. My daughter right now, she's 14 years old. Okay? And I talked to a few people about it, and I said, hey, I want to make sure I got a fucking residual income coming in every month for the rest of my life, right? Between $2,000 to fucking 10 grand, whatever the fuck. My daughter turns 18. I'm bouncing. I'm moving out of the goddamn country. I'm moving to Thailand. I'm moving to Eastern Europe, somewhere where it's very, very low crime, man, for real. I can't deal with these fucking bullets and screaming and yelling and people fucking snapping on you here in Kansas City. I'm tired of dealing with that shit, for real. If you like to argue, if you like to pull out guns and shit, if you like to deal with stress, man, and anger, goddamn it, man, bring your ass right here to the United States. And Canada is the perfect place for that shit. You want to deal with the independent woman? I don't need no man shit. It's the perfect place for that shit. But me, I don't want to be around that shit. I got a road. I call it the road before 50. Okay. My road before 50 is to accumulate my income. Make sure that's just coming in for the rest of my life. My daughter turns 18 and I got to stay alive there. I got to stay alive. And after that, I'm getting the fuck out. I got to go. Okay. I'll travel back and forth in between time until I can leave permanently. But right now I have a daughter to raise. And then also I have other financial responsibilities I got to take care of and things that's going on in my life, you know, because I have to improve upon myself, you know. And I hope you guys too are improving upon yourselves. Okay. All right. But anyway, you guys take it easy. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys stopping by the channel. Make sure you click that like button, right? Subscribe to the goddamn channel and share the hell out of the goddamn videos. You understand? This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel, right? On YouTube. I'm Mr. Gigi. I'm signing out. Make sure, again, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the videos. And for God's sakes, if you're a man out there, make sure you take your daily dose of red pills. And for God's sakes, don't be settling for these goddamn women here in the United States. And don't be settling for anybody's pay just because you feel like you're desperate for it. Remember, you can always do better as a man and never, ever in your life feel like you need to settle as a man. Okay? We will need to create an example for our sons, nephews, and little boys out there. Okay? All right? These goddamn Matrix people out here already fucked it up for us, so we should set a better example so we can make a better tomorrow. Until then, take it easy, you guys. Hopefully I can make another video or two soon or go live, whatever the fuck. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Peace.